You can hear me, right, Sandhya?
Yeah, and I can able to hear.
So today we'll see like actions. Mhm. So I think actions are like edit interactions in Power BI. So, so what is the meaning of basic actions? So in Tableau, so actions through actions we can perform not only a single requirement. So we can perform so many multiple requirements through actions in Tableau. So here in the actions mainly we will use sheets in Tableau. Like we can use actions in many places. So just let me go to Tableau first. So, so in actions, we can perform actions in two levels. So if you are in worksheet, right? So you can click on the worksheet and you can simply click on the actions. Or what we can do is we can go to a dashboard, particular dashboard. In this dashboard also, click on the, if you are in dashboard, simply click on the dashboard button and just simply click on the actions. So when you click on actions, so a window will be opened here. So in this window, we can see this workbook. This workbook option means, so entire this workbook. So workbook may contains separate sheets like 18, 19, like sheets and dashboards also. Workbook means workbook contains sheets as well as dashboards. So the workbook means the entire thing. Whatever this entire file is nothing but a workbook. So this worksheet means we are in the dashboard 3, right? So this worksheet means dashboard 3 will come. So simply click on the add action button here. So we will be having add action button. In this button, you can see filter action, highlight action, go to URL action, go to sheet action, change parameter action, change set values action. So these are the 6 type of actions we have in the Tableau. Very simple one. Uh, so filter action means what? Filter action means, for example, I have sheet 23 and I have sheet 24. So based when I click on so based on the uh, okay, so to tell simply, I can filter the data in the sheet 24 based on the sheet 23. So when I click on central region in the sheet 23, sheet 24 data will be filtered out. So that is nothing but filter action. Okay. For this filter action, for these filters actually generally we are using general filters, right? So other alternatives like we can use actions also to filter the data. So here we will be having two types of things, source and target. So maybe sheet 23 is called source sheet, sheet 24 is called target sheet. So these are the main things here we have to remember. Okay, so filter action means based on the action what we performed in the source sheet, target sheet data will be filtered. That is nothing but filter action. Next, highlight action. So in the highlight action also, we don't filter the data, but when you based on the source sheet, we can highlight some corresponding data in the target sheet. Okay. Now go to sheet action. Go to sheet action means, for example, assume that I have dashboard 1 and I have dashboard 2. So when I click somewhere in the source sheet, I want to navigate to a particular dashboard. So when I click on sheet 1 in the dashboard 1, I want to navigate to the dashboard 2. So that is nothing but, oh, so that is nothing but go to sheet action. And go to URL action means when I click on the source sheet, I want to navigate to a particular URL. So that is nothing but go to URL action. For example, when I click on the source sheet, I want to navigate to the, for example, youtube.com, like that. So that is nothing but go to URL action. And change parameter action means I have created already a parameters here, parameter 1, parameter 2, like that. So when I click on the source sheet, I want to change these parameter values. So for example, earlier I have a parameter with value like central region, central. Now, when I click on south in the sheet 23, I want this parameter to be changed to south. And I want to delete the central, which is earlier, and I want to populate the parameter with south. So whatever the value I have selected in the sheet, that value should be populated in the parameter. So that is nothing but change parameter. Similarly, change set values actions also. So what is the thing we have to remember here is we have a source and we have a target here. Source is always sheet only. Source is always sheet only, but target may change here. So what will be the target here? So if you are using filter action, right, target will be another sheet. If you are using highlight action, target may be another sheet. If it is a go to URL action, here target is URL. So in this case, go to sheet action. In this case, target may be another dashboard or another sheet. So in change parameter actions, target is parameter. In change set values action, target is sets. But the source remains always same. Okay. So because of that reason, okay, let me tell you that one. So for this example, I want to create three sheets. So in the sheet one, just drag region and sales. Maybe this can be bar chart also. You can convert this into a bar chart. So this is sheet 38. Create one more sheet, that is so in this sheet you may have profit, like that. You can have any number of measures. That is not a problem. You can have any number of measures. Now create sheet 40. This could be maybe our regions, category, anything you can take. So you can create any type of chart. That is not a problem. So we have created 38, 39, 40. So we have created three charts. So let's go to your dashboard. So place all these in dashboard. 38. Let it be like this. One second. Okay. So now I have sheet 38, 39, 40 in the dashboard. Now my requirement is I want to, when I click on the central region in the sheet 38, I want to filter the data in the sheet 39 and sheet 40, both sheets. I want to filter the data. So in this case, sheet 38 is a source sheet and 39 and 40 are a target sheets. Okay, so just go to the dashboard, click on the actions.
ఒక డౌట్ అండి. ఇప్పుడు లెట్స్ సే డైరెక్ట్ సెంట్రల్ పైన క్లిక్ చేస్తే ఎంటైర్ డాష్‌బోర్డ్ ఈస్ నాట్ ఇంటరాక్టివా? ఐ మీన్ ఓన్లీ
Yeah, when
అది
you click on central, you see nothing is happening in the target sheets. In Power BI, I know that Power BI automatically introduces action. So no need to apply anything directly. You'll be able to create actions, edit interactions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but in Tableau, that is not like that. So when you click on this sheet, that nothing is happening.
Okay. Yeah.
So one of the shortcut method in Tableau to create action filters is just click on the source sheet, and if something is highlighted here for that particular sheet, just click on this filter button. So when you click on that filter button, the data in the target sheets will be filtered. So for example, when you click on this button, what will happen is I have 10 sheets in the dashboard. So all the 10 sheets will be automatically filtered out when you click on the source sheet. So that's why we don't go for this option more frequently. Why? Because it automatically filters out all the sheets. So, but I don't want to filter out all the sheets. I want to filter out only specific sheets only. So in that case, you can go for a actions option in the dashboard actions. Okay, just remember, I'm not telling. Just let me tell you. Just click on this button. So when you click on this button, now this source sheet will be acting as a, now actions are applied automatically. Now you see, when the central is clicked here, I can see only central data in the sheet 40 and only central sales and central profit in the sheet 39. Now when you uncheck this central again, now you see whole data is populated in the target sheets. So this is one of the shortcut method that button is applicable for all the sheets by default. But when you click on it, then only that actions will be applied. And one more thing, now actions are applied, right? So for example, if you go to sheet 40, within the sheet 40, you can see in the filters, you can see one option here that is, you can see one filter here that is action filter. So that action filter we have applied on the region here. You can identify like this. Now, if I go to dashboard, you can remove that from here itself, or you can go to dashboard. And when you uncheck that filter button again, action filter button again, now if you go to other sheets, now you see automatically that is removed here. So if how to identify, so like that when you apply, when you apply some action filters, right? In that particular sheet, you will be you will be seeing that action filter in the filter shelf. Now I'll go to my dashboard here, click on the actions. See, earlier it is opened, now it is not opening actions. See, sometimes you will be getting this error in the Tableau. Yeah, now a window is opened here. So just click on the add action button. Just click on the filter action. Filter action means based on the source sheet selection, target sheet data will be filtered out. So a window will be opened here again. So I want to name this action as filter one. So you can keep this as it is filter one, or you can rename this to any other name. And one more thing in Tableau is like in the name of the action, you can insert on the right side, you can see you can insert parameters and you can insert fields also. This will be changed automatically. This action will be changed. This action name itself will change automatically when you insert a field here. Okay. Now, now you see mainly here source sheets and target sheets. And on the for source sheets, you can see some options here. For target sheets also, you can see some options here. So what is the meaning of these options? So let me tell you one by one. So first select source sheet as a sheet 38 and target sheet as a sheet 39 and sheet 40. For now, for source sheet, I'm just selecting select option. Just click on the selection. And for target sheets, I'm just selecting show all values. So what is the meaning of this one means when I click on central, target sheet will be filtered out, right? And when I uncheck the action, when I uncheck the central, what should be happen in the target sheets? So that is nothing but these two options. So let me tell you, just let me show you. So select means when you click on the central region, then only target sheet data will be filtered out. And once I uncheck this central region again, all values in the target sheet will be shown to you. All values in the target sheets will be shown to you. So just click on OK for now and click on the central region. Now you see target sheets data is filtered out. The target sheet will show only central related data that is related to only central only. Now, when you uncheck the central region, now you see all values in the target sheet will be shown here. Okay. Now, if you want to select two values, just click on the send, press the control, select central and east here. Both you can select multiple regions here. So like this. So if you want to select multiple values, simply press the control and select other regions, so whatever you want to like here. So this is about filter actions. Now let me show you other option as well. Just go to dashboards, actions. Okay. So whatever the filters you have applied, right? That filter name you can see here. So here also you can see source field, source option. So what is the source for this particular sheet is like sheet 38. For this particular filter, sheet is source is sheet 38. So you can see that information here. And what is the target field means all fields. So you can see that here. Okay. So just click on that filter, click on the edit option. You can directly click on the edit option and just simply click on the double click on that one. Now you see, now in the target sheets, instead of selecting show all values, I am selecting exclude all values. Now we'll see what will happen. Just click on the exclude all values. So this is most more important in the real time. So exclude all values. So exclude means what will happen is when I click on each region in the source sheet, target sheets will show only each data only. But when I uncheck the each region, now you see target sheets itself will not show any data. That is nothing but exclude all values. Okay, so in the real time, most of the time, what we will do is we can simply click on the sheet 39 or sheet 39 and uncheck the title here. Similarly, for sheet 40 also, uncheck the title here. Now, what will happen is user think that okay, there is nothing in the dashboard initially, but when you click on the each region, then only the sheets will be shown the data. Target sheets will show the data. When you uncheck, it won't show any data. Okay, so this is about exclude all values option. This is most important in real time. Both options are very important.
డిఫాల్ట్‌కి ఎలా తీసుకొస్తామండి అలాంటప్పుడు ఇది క్లిక్ చేసి దానిపైన ఇఫ్ యూ క్లిక్ ఆన్ ఈస్ట్ ఆటోమేటికల్లీ ఈస్ట్ వాల్యూస్ విల్ బి అపియర్
Yeah,
అండ్
correct.
ఇఫ్ ఐ అన్‌క్లిక్ ఆన్ దట్ then again it will exclude all values. How can we make this to default behavior? Like I want all my central east southwest retail to be
Just
shown.
click on the edit option. You can just click on the edit option and just check again show all values option in the target sheet. You see, you'll be having show all values option, right?
Okay. So లైక్ మనం ఇది యూజ్ చేస్తామండి? ఇలా సినారియో వస్తదా మనకి?
Yeah, ఇది చాలా చోట్ల యూజ్ చేస్తాం మనం exclude all values option.
ఓకే. ఓకే.
And sometimes if you want to impress the client, right? Some client is using Power BI. Maybe in the Power BI we don't have that option. But in the Tableau we have that option. Sometimes you can show this option to the client and you can impress the client also. Because they don't expect this type of behavior, maybe. The person who is already habituated to Power BI. So do you have this option in Power BI just to exclude all values?
ఎక్స్క్లూడ్ ఆల్ వాల్యూస్ ఆప్షన్ ఆ స్పేస్లో ఉండదండి. అంటే ఇలాంటి సినారియో ఎప్పుడు యూస్ చేయలేదు యాక్చువల్లీ. అదే డౌట్ వచ్చి అడుగుతున్నాను నేను. అంటే ఏ సినారియోలో యూజ్ చేస్తాం? బికాస్ క్లయింట్ ఆల్వేస్ వాంటెడ్ టు సీ ఎంటైర్లీ అది ఉండాలి అనుకుంటారు కదా! సో, వెన్ వి విల్ యూజ్ దిస్ సినారియో? దట్స్ వాట్ ద క్వరీ. అందుకే అడిగాను.
Like sometimes users, see for example, there is a CEO. See, initially he want to see overall sales values.
ఓకే.
So you don't want to populate any other data in the dashboard, because if you populate all the data, this will be with thousands of rows. So you don't want to scroll through all this data and again. But when you click on the particular central region, this central region data may be very small or something, like it is not small only. But sometimes when you click on the central region, then only you want to see the data, corresponding data. So in that cases, so you want to see scenarios, they will tell. But when some scenario comes to you like this, right, then you can say, yeah, we have this option in Tableau and we can do
ఓకే.
that.
యాహ్! ఓకే. ఇక్కడ ఒకటి ఉంటదండి. లైక్ ఇఫ్ వి క్రియేట్ లైక్ ఇన్ పవర్ బిఐ, ఐయామ్ జస్ట్ రిలేటింగ్ ఇట్. ఐ డోంట్ నో. If we click on one button, clear all button, automatically all filters will be cleared and it will come to the default behavior. Will that
Yeah,
have any?
yeah, that
Do we?
we don't have the direct option is there in Tableau, but we have some workarounds are there. So probably we discuss maybe a bit later, or you can go to the YouTube or like maybe or Google. We don't have the direct option in Tableau.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Yeah. So that will be coming under action filters actually, action parameters. So we have action parameters are there, right? Then you can do that using that option. If possible, I'll try to tell that one. Okay. So as of now, I want to show few more things here. In the interviews, if they ask you, right, you can tell that we have some workaround for that. We don't have direct option in Tableau.
Yeah. I'll go through it, and actually I'll go through that video also.
So just modify the filter again, and now we will see key filtered values in the target sheets. So we don't use this much in real time. What will happen with this means, if you click on the central region, target sheet will show only central data, and when you uncheck this also, these filtered values remain same. So I think users don't like this maybe most of the time, so we don't use this in the real time. So most of the time we'll be using show all values and exclude all values only. Now if you come to the source side, which we are till now we are using source select option. Just click on the hover action. Hover means just click on OK, click on OK. Hover means no need to click, no need to select the central here, no need to select a particular value. Just hover your mouse on the central, automatically target sheet data will be filtered out. You see, maybe it is a bit slow, my laptop. Now you can see. Now when you move your mouse to the east region, so here in this case, no need to click the any region in the source sheet. Now when you remove your mouse, automatically target sheets will show all the data. So with one limitation here in the hover action is, we cannot select multiple values here. Okay, we cannot select multiple values here. Okay, in the select option, we can press the control and we can select multiple values, but in the hover action, we can't do that one. Now we have one more type of action, which is called menu action. So just let me show you actions. So just edit option. So you can just click on the menu option here. Just click on OK. So menu action means even if you hover your mouse on a particular region, or even if you click on a particular region, nothing will happen in the target sheets. So like a small window will be appeared here. In this window, I can see east filter option. When you click on this filter one, then only target sheet data will be filtered out. Okay, that is nothing but menu option. Now I have selected center south here, right? Now in this small pop-up window, when I click on the filter one, then only the target data will be filtered out. So here, even if you select south region, east region, central region, the name itself remains same, filter one only here. But if you want to make it automatic, right, when you click on the south, I want to show this as something else. Like I want to show like filter south region. I want to show like that. In that case, we can modify the action, action name itself. So as of now, why we are seeing that filter one statically means. So the name of the filter we have given filter one. Now I can change this name to filter. So after filter, I can go to insert option, select a region here. I want to select a filter data like this I can do. So you see here, so filter and data, these two are static values I have written manually. This region is a dynamic one, which will be changed dynamically based on your selection in the sheet. Okay. So just click on OK, click on OK. Now when you click on the central region, right, you see now in the pop-up window, you can see filter central data like that. So this central will change dynamically based on your selection. So this is about this one. And I want to tell you one more important one, like just go to sheet 41. Okay. Now I can do in a reverse manner also. Okay. So go to sheet 41 for now and just create one more sheet with the regions and category. Just to let you know how it will work. Another option. Okay, just bring that sheet 41 also here. Okay, we have to do something. See, just practicing one time is enough for you. Like, don't practice too much. Just try to remember the options. The best thing here is to crack the interview. Don't practice too much if you want to crack the interview. Just to first remember what we have discussed in the class, like 10th class student. Just try to remember. Okay. Then after that practice, once you remember everything, right, then you can practice on your own. Okay. Don't try to keep on practicing. If most of the time we try to practice and we don't try to remember what we have practiced. That is like we do these type of things in after engineering onwards. So just before practicing, just remember whatever what are the topics we have, all topics remember first, then practice. Okay. Now you see we have sheet 41 and this particular sheet. So just let me show the title for that sheet. Just click on the title option. I can see title here. Okay. So now I want to I want to apply that actions between sheet 41, 40 and 41. So you can apply one more filter also here. Just click on filter action. So I want to make source sheet 41 here. Source sheet is sheet 41. Select action. Target sheet is sheet 40. So if we come to bottom here, we have one more option. We have one more option which is called all fields and selected fields. Uh, 1 second. Okay. So as of now, we have seen only by default it is all fields only. So all fields means what will happen is, okay, all fields means while filtering it will consider all the fields. Okay, so just let me show you that one. Just click on the show all values option under target. Just click on OK and click on OK. What will happen means if I click on the furniture, right? If I click on the furniture, so this furniture which is coming under central region, right? So while filtering the data, what the Tableau will do is Tableau will consider Tableau will filter the central data and that to furniture data. So while filtering, it will consider all the region, all the fields. Like it will consider region and this category field also it will consider. Okay. So just to show you, just click on the furniture here. See what will happen. Now in the target sheet, whatever you see here, 1,64,000, right? 1,64, right? So this data, this is nothing but this 1,64 is nothing but sales of the central region data and furniture data. Why? Because we have selected this furniture under central. So in the target sheet also, I can see central here and I can see furniture here. So in the target sheet, I can see central and furniture, both two only I can see here. Now, if I click on the office supplies, for example, office supplies in the East region, now the target sheet will show East region data and office supplies data. So while filtering, it will consider all the fields in the source sheet for filtering purpose. So that is nothing but all values option. Now let's see what will happen if I select a particular let me show you other option. So this action is very important when you are dealing with multiple data sources or a single data source also. Okay, now I want to change this action from all fields to selected fields. Okay, now under selected fields, you have to select source field again here. Source field, I can select category maybe here. Okay, source field, you can select category and you can select target data source also here. If you have multiple data sources, you can select target data source also. So this is very important now. So in the interviews or in the real time also, it is very, so I have data source 1 and I have data source 2. I want to filter the data in the target data source. So if you want to apply some filtering action from data source 1 to data source 2, right? That is not that much easy in the real time for all the tools. But in the Tableau, so you can select source field from a different data source one, and you can filter the data in the target data sources. You may be having any data source, any number of data sources. So based on the source, you can filter the data between multiple data sources in Tableau using action filters. So you can select target data source also here. As of now, you have only one target data source. Now under target field, you can select which field you want to filter out. I want to filter out category here. Okay, or you can select region also here. That is not a problem. Okay, just click on OK for now. Category. Now what will happen is, you see what will happen when I click on the furniture here. You see now what will happen in the target sheet. Now there is nothing filtered out on the regions here. I can see still all regions, but I can see only furniture data. Here I can see in all the regions, I can see furniture data. Okay, earlier what happened? This furniture is coming under central, right? That's why you can see earlier center also filtered out. But now it is not like that. Now we have selected a specific fields in the source sheet. That is category only we have selected. That's why tab will completely ignore the region filter now. And wherever we have this furniture, maybe wherever we have this furniture in all the regions, right? It will show, it will populate, it will show all the furniture data like this. So hope you understand. I don't want to go in bit detail here, but I'm telling you overall with respect to interview point of time. Or if you want, you can practice, but make sure that while practicing, remember that under target filter action, we can filter the data within the same data source, or we can filter the data across multiple data sources also, and based on a specific fields. So if someone is targeting you for exact answer in the interviews, right, then just remember this option. So that just remember this scenario what we have discussed here. Okay. So now I want to tell you other options like other actions. So we have few more options are there. I want to remove the existing actions, remove existing action, and I want to discuss about highlight action. So this is not that much important, but just let me tell you. So I have a source sheet 40 only again. Target sheet is sheet 41 maybe. Here also you can select all fields you want to highlight, or date fields only you want to highlight, or you want to highlight only selected fields. You can do that. So just click on the selected fields and the regions, and just click on OK. Or hover, you can select hover here, hover option under the source sheet. Just click on OK, click on OK. Now we see when you hover your mouse on a particular thing, you see the target corresponding target data is highlighted in the target sheet. So that is nothing but hover action. Uh, Maybe in a few scenarios only we can. Sometimes some users will be there who are using web tools, like they are using JavaScripting and they are using Python, and they are using those type of uh, coding tools for creating the reports. So everything is possible in the Java and Python. So they will be using these tools for the reporting purpose. If they switch it to the from JavaScripting, if they are switched to uh, tools like Tableau and Power BI, right, they don't see these type of highlight actions. So in that cases, you can suggest that when you hover something, what there is requirement is they want to know on which thing they have, on which thing they are on actually. So when they are moving the mouse, right, corresponding thing will be highlighted in the target sheets. So they want to see these type of things which are very very common in the JavaScripting and like those tools. Those are not familiar. Those are not that much you know, that much we will use in the Tableau. So we have that option also in the Tableau. We can. Now I want to click on the go to URL action. Just click on the go to URL. So under go to URL, as I told you, now the source is always sheets only, but target is now here URL here. Okay. So under source, I can select maybe sheet 40 and select action I can be using here. Now under target URL, I have two options. When you click on the source sheet, you want to open a new browser, or you want to open existing browser only. Within the existing browser only, you want to open new tab. So those are two options. Anything is fine. You can click new browser tab. You can say, okay, which URL you want to open. I want to open youtube.com, or let's say I want to open tableau.com. Okay. Just click on this one. Now you see when you click on the sheet 40 central region, a target URL will be opened here. Okay, so in general, I want to say like I want to show you one more option about East region. So I want to tell you one more thing here, like Wikipedia, right? We have. Okay, so this is the URL which is displaying about East India. So for example, if I change instead of East, if I select West here, you see it will be showing now the Western India here. Okay, so like so the entire thing is here common. The entire URL is same except this particular part. If we change this one, right, enter the data will be changes. So just Control C, go to our dashboards. Now, as of now, whichever region you will click, right, it will be navigating to the same tableau.com URL only. It will be navigating to the same URL only. But we can make it dynamic here. So let's click on the actions. Just click on the hyperlink. So when you're applying hyperlink, right, you will be seeing this symbol. When you click on the go to URL option, you will be seeing that option. Modify the action. Yeah. So now just paste that link here. But instead of Western, what I can do is just delete that one, and you can insert here you can insert parameters or you can insert regions also. Just click on the regions. Now this entire link is static except this dynamic. This part is dynamic here. So if you click on the central, it will become central. If you click on the west, it will become west. So in that way, now it will become a dynamic here. Okay, just click on OK. So just remember, in the target link, you can insert either parameter or you can insert fields also. In that way, you can make the URL action dynamic. Now, when you click on the east here, you see, you'll be navigating to a particular location which is saying east here. Okay. Now, when you just click on the central here, we'll see what will happen. Now, you see, automatically the target in the target link, the central is appearing here. So in this way, you can make the link dynamic in the real time. Okay. If they ask you what is your real time example in the real time, you can say that we have particular, see for Amazon company, there are different vendors, right? For example, like Nokia mobile is there and Samsung is there, Apple is there, like that, right? So when the Samsung customer is using this particular dashboard, and when the Samsung is click on a, for example, Samsung product, the Samsung customer should be navigating to the Samsung web applications. And when the same so that when they navigate to the Samsung web application, right, they can see their Samsung products only here. And when the Apple customer is using the same dashboard, and when the customer is click on the Apple here, they should be navigating to that particular website here, corresponding website. So in that way, we can make this dynamic here. You can tell these two examples, what I have told you. Okay. I want to show you one more action here. That is called, that is just click, remove this one and click, you can add the go to sheet action. So here also the source is always sheet only. So I want to select here under source, I want to select sheet 38. That means when you click on the sheet 38 source sheet, you'll be navigating to a particular target here, particular target dashboard. Maybe the dashboard is dashboard 2, dashboard 3, like that. Okay. So under target sheets, you can simply select maybe dashboard 1 here. Okay. Just click on OK. Like that, you can do multiple things on. You can like that you can do. Just click on OK. Now, when you click on the sheet 38, anywhere in the sheet 38, you will be navigating to a target sheet here, target dashboard here. That is dashboard one. So in the real time, maybe in this particular sheet, you can simply have you can make this sheet entire sheet as a button also. In that entire sheet, you can simply use navigate to target sheet. Like so, let me go to this sheet 38. Let me modify it like a button. So just remove everything, just clear the sheet everything. You can write a simply calculation field. In the calculation, you can simply write navigate to dashboard one. I'm just telling you like this dashboard one. This is calculation 17. And you can use this 17 in the text field here. So just increase the width of this sheet. So you can make this color as a like something green color, and you can increase the width of font here. Go to text. Just click on these three buttons. Increase the size to 16 and make it bold. Make it some different color if you want, orange like that. You can modify this one. If you want to make background color, change the background color, right click on the sheet, go to format option. In the format, when you click on that option, on the left side you can see different options. You can change font option by clicking on this. When you click on this, you can change the alignment of this text, right side, left side, top, bottom, middle, like that. So in the middle we have some option which is called shading option. So just click on the shade option, and by default the sheet shading is white color. Here you can change it to some black color, something like this shading. You can change the shading of the sheet. And what is this borders and this option, right? I'm just telling you, you can practice it if you want. So I have multiple rows and multiple columns here. If you want to introduce borders between the rows and columns, right, like that, you can use this border option. So under border option you can see uh, for rows we can have separate borders, and for columns also we can have separate borders, like that. That options will be there as of now. So this is sheet 38, right? Now you see this appearing like as a button here. You can hide the title of the sheet 38. Now you see it looks like as a button. So if you want to see in the dashboard itself, we have one more option which is called presentation mode. So for example, in the real time, if you want to present it to your client, not in the Tableau server, if you want the Tableau desktop only, and if you want to present it to your client or some manager, right, you can use this presentation mode option. So in the presentation mode, it will act as a how it acts in the Tableau server. So in the presentation mode, this dashboard will works similar to how it works in the Tableau server. Okay. Now when you click on this button, right, you will be navigating to the dashboard one here. In the dashboard one also, if you want to navigate to from here back to the dashboard 4, right, you can use the same button in the dashboard one also. So in the previous versions, we are using this option very frequently. In the older versions, we are using these actions more frequently. But in the newer version, what happened is, in the objects, you can see one option which is called navigation button. So this is the navigation button you can use for the purpose for navigating from one dashboard to the other dashboard. So in the today's design, we will be using these buttons more frequently. We don't use actions for this purpose. In the today world, we will be using these navigation buttons. Okay. So assume that I have multiple navigation buttons. So I have navigation button 1, and you can put navigation button 2 side by side like this. So just double click on the navigation button 1. So I think you can see these options. I'm just telling you, for example, here, just click on the edit option. I don't tell you entire thing. I'll just tell you how to edit this one. how to do. So when you click on the edit button or when you click on the double click, you will be seeing this option here. So under navigate to, you can select to which dashboard you want to navigate. So for example, you want to navigate to the same dashboard where you are in the current, right? Then you can click on the same dashboard also here. Why? Because in the real time, the user may click at the same button. So you can select here dashboard 4. So what will happen is even if you click on this button, you won't go anywhere. You will remain in the same dashboard 4 only, like that. Okay. So you can select dashboard 1 here, and so as of now you can make it text button. Text means you have to write manually, like dashboard 1 you have to write manually. So this is a text option. Instead of text, you want to make it something images, right? You can use images also here. Click on the image and you can navigate to some particular image in your local system, like that. Okay. So sorry. Okay, I don't want to show that one. You can practice it if you want. And you can change the background color of the button, and you can change border of the button, like that. And a tooltip also you can have here. Tooltip means when the user hovers some on this button, right? You want to show some text here. You can do that also here. Okay. So I don't want to do that now. And we have change parameter and other things are like change parameter action, last one. So change parameter action and change set values actions. I don't want to show them now because, but I will tell you orally. So I'll tell you just orally. Okay, let me. So we have created so many parameters, right, till now. So if you want to show your parameters in the dashboard, right, what you can do is go to the analysis option, and in the analysis option, you can have parameters option and you can have filter option also. Go to parameters and show what are the parameter you want to show in the dashboard, like this. Okay. So as of now, I think this is a integer parameter, right? So I want to create one new parameter. So let's say I'll just introduce only, I don't tell entire thing. So because these parameter actions, we have so many requirements are there in the real time. Not so many, we have multiple requirements are there. As of now, make it as a integer string parameter. Just click on OK. Maybe initially I want to show east region here, for example. So when the user open this dashboard, right, by default this parameter value will be east here. So just click on OK. So just practice till this point of time. Okay, just create a parameter. You also practice like this parameter 4. Show the parameter 4 in the dashboard here. So I will tell you exact use cases of this when we are discussing about parameters topic. So initial value of the parameter is east here. Okay, but I want to change this parameter value based on the selection in the sheet 40. When I click on central, I want to change this value to central. When I click on the east, I want to change this value to east here, like that. So for that, go to dashboards, actions. So go to action option, click on the change parameter action. So source sheet is sheet 40. You can use hover action, select action, menu action. I'm just keeping select action. Under target parameter, now I can see target as a parameter here. You can select parameter 4 is a target parameter. Now under source sheet, right? Under source sheet, we'll be having multiple fields. I have region field is there. I have category field is there, right? Now we have to mention here which field you want to consider here under source field. So I can select region here. So when you click on that one, I can see category and region here. I can select region here. When you select region, what will happen? When you click somewhere in the sheet 40, the corresponding region will be populated in the parameter 4. Okay, like that. So click on the region here. Now we have few more options here. Clearing the selection. For example, you selected West region here. So West region will be populated here. When you uncheck this one, now what you want to happen in the target parameter? You want to still keep the selected value, or you want to set this parameter to a default value. So that is about these two options. And I will tell you what is the meaning of aggregation also here. Just as of now, I want to make it keep current value. So when you click on the keep current value, right, what will happen is, if you click on the central region here, now we see target parameter is changed to central here. Now what will happen if you are using this parameter somewhere in the calculations, right? That calculation also will change dynamically when this parameter changes. I think we have seen this. We are using the parameters earlier in the multiple calculations, right? Finding top and something like that. Okay. So this parameter will be, those calculations will be affected, and correspondingly the data will be changed. Okay. Now when you click on the central, parameter is showing the central here. Now when you unselect this central here, now you see when you unselect, my parameter still showing central only. That is the meaning of keep current selection. Okay, even if you unselect central in the source sheet, my parameter still showing the same central only here. That is nothing but keep current value option. So I want to change that keep current value option to change the keep current value option to set values. So under set values, I want to make it default to each region. So what will happen is, if you unselect if you do unselection in the source sheet, right, by default that will be parameter will be changed to east here. That is like that. Just click on OK and click on OK. Now you see what will happen. When I click on central, my parameter is changing to central here. But when you click on the south here, the parameter is changed to south here. But when you uncheck this south, now you see my parameter automatically defaulted to east region here. So that is that option. And let me tell you one more option. See, if I tell all the options, right, it will take entire class actually. But in the interviews, I don't want to make you like miss anything. So now we will see aggregation option here. Under aggregation, what will happen? As of now, I have not selected anything here. Let's make it select concatenation max min. Here you can select, just concatenate, click on OK and OK. Under concatenation, what will happen is press the control, click on the central and click on the east. So when you select multiple values in the target sheet, the parameter will be populated with these multiple values by concatenation. Like you can see central comma east here. Like that, parameter also will concatenate all. You can see all the values selected which are concatenated in the parameter like that. So this is about this one. So I don't want to, like similar to the change parameter values action, we have change set values actions also. So like just remember overall. So as I told you, the best thing to crack the interview is don't practice first. First, try to remember what are the options we have discussed. In particular, I want to say you can write whatever the things we have discussed. Don't practice. Just write points whatever we have discussed in a separate notes or something like that. Then try to remember it. Try to practice by closing the notes. Try to remember it. That is the best part thing to crack the interview. In the interview, what will happen is like the interviewer don't have sufficient time to ask the candidate each and everything. he can ask the things, but he can't ask the candidate to demonstrate. So because of that reason, interviewer what he will do is he want to test the candidate that this particular candidate is aware of this thing or not. He want to understand that part. Because of that reason, most of the interviews they'll try to ask you only. They don't want to ask you to show this, share the screen, and they won't ask you these things. So they will ask you one scenario, and he will expect from the candidate that he is aware of those options or not. So because of that reason, it is very important for you, instead of practicing, just to try to remember the things what we have discussed, and to make and familiar with all those options, just try to practice 1 or 2 times whenever you have time. That is the best part. But with respect to interview point of time, remembering the things is very important, then practice to crack the interview. But at least practice one time. Okay. So similar to change parameter values option, we have change set values option also there. So maybe we can discuss those things maybe in the next class. So are you free for again 15 minutes, because want to just tell about date filters. So in the date filters also, I don't want to tell you everything. I just want to show you the options so that you can remember the options first and you can practice it later. Or we can discuss it tomorrow also, not a problem. Actually, it is not urgent for me, but if someone is looking for to complete the syllabus, then
Yeah, I'm available and actually we'll check with other person also and we'll just go ahead. Yeah.
okay. About you, Rekha?
యాహ్! ఓకే అండి. నాకొక డౌట్ అండి. ఇప్పుడు యాక్షన్ ఫిల్టర్స్ మీరు 4 వీక్స్ 4 క్లాసెస్ బిఫోరు మనము అప్లై టు దిస్ వర్క్‌షీట్, అప్లై టు ఆల్ వర్క్‌షీట్, రిలేటెడ్ టు డేటా సోర్స్ అలా చెప్పారు కదండీ మీరు. అవి ఎప్పుడు యూజ్ చేయాలి? ఈ యాక్షన్స్‌లో ఫిల్టర్స్ ఎప్పుడు యూజ్ చేయాలండి?
Okay. So here the user interface is very important. You will come to understand when some particular user is telling that I want this interface only, he will tell sometimes. So వాళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తారంటే అంటే యూజర్ చెప్పే రిక్వైర్మెంట్ బట్టి మీకు ఈజీగా అర్థమైపోద్ది ఏది యూజ్ చేయాలి మనం అనేసి. ఓకే, ఒక సింపుల్ థింగ్ చెప్తాను నేను ఇక్కడ ఈ షీట్ 40ని ఫిల్టర్గా యూజ్ చేస్తున్నా. అయితే ఈ షీట్ 40కి కొన్ని లిమిటేషన్స్ ఉన్నాయి ఫిల్టర్గా అప్లై చేయడానికి. ఏమి లిమిటేషన్స్ అంటే ఇట్ విల్ ఫిల్టర్ ద డేటా ఫర్ షూర్, but it is not similar to the normal filters. Why? Because in the normal filters we can see so many options like multiple values drop down. Initially he want to see only all option. For example, we don't have all option in this sheet 40, right? That is one limitation. And we don't have drop down option for this sheet 40. So ఈ షీట్ 40కి మనకి నార్మల్ ఫిల్టర్కి ఉన్న ఆప్షన్స్ లేవు. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, I'll just go to this sheet 40 filters and I'm making it a region as a filter here. See, in this normal filter, I can see all option by default, but we cannot populate this all option in this sheet. Now, for this particular filter, we have multiple values drop down option is there. So user is expecting this type of interface like drop down and all those. That is not possible with these action filters. But user is expecting that he want to filter the one sheet data based on the other sheet data, right? Then we go for this sheet 40, these action filters. Like that, based on the user requirement only we will do. For example, by default, we don't implement these action filters. Normally, if the user is asking that I want show some filters in the dashboard, he's asking like that, right? Generally, we go for this normal filters only. But the user is particular about clicking on the sheet should filter the other sheet data, right? Then we go for these action filters. Otherwise, generally we go for this normal filters only. Okay. ఓ సారీ, మ్యూట్లో ఉన్నాను కదా. మీకు వినిపించిందండి ఇప్పటి వరకు?
లేదండి.
ఎక్కడి వరకు వినిపించింది మీకు యాక్చువల్గా?
అదే డిఫరెన్స్ చెప్పారు. జస్ట్ ఒక 30 సెకండ్స్ది వినిపించింది.
ఓ ఓకే, సారీ, మ్యూట్లోకి వెళ్ళిపోయింది యాక్చువల్గా. ఓకే. సో మెయిన్ డిఫరెన్స్ ఎక్కడ వస్తుందంటే మనకి ఈ యాక్షన్ ఫిల్టర్స్లో మనకి ఇట్లా ఆల్ వాల్యూస్ అనే ఆప్షన్ ఉండదు కదా. అట్లే మనకి ఈ డ్రాప్ డౌన్ అనే ఆప్షన్ ఉండదు మనకి యాక్షన్ ఫిల్టర్స్లో. సోర్స్ షీట్లో మనకి ఇవన్నీ పెట్టలేము, మనము డ్రాప్ డౌన్ పెట్టలేము, ఆల్ వాల్యూస్ పెట్టలేము మనం కదా. సో అక్కడ డిఫరెన్స్ వస్తుంది అనమాట మనకి. సో యూజర్ పర్టికులర్ ఉంటాడు అనమాట. అంటే యూజర్ మనకి ఏం చెప్పలేదు, ఏ ఫిల్టర్ యూజ్ చేయాలో చెప్పలేదు మనకి. బై డిఫాల్ట్ మనం ఈ నార్మల్ ఫిల్టర్స్ యూజ్ చేస్తాం మనం. ఇన్ జనరల్గా నార్మల్ ఫిల్టర్స్ యూజ్ చేస్తాం. బట్ యూజర్ పర్టికులర్గా నాకు ఒక షీట్ మీద క్లిక్ చేసినప్పుడు ఇంకో షీట్లో డేటా ఫిల్టర్ కావాలి అంటాడు కదా, అప్పుడు మాత్రమే మనం దీనికి వెళ్తాం మనం. ఓకే, యూజర్ చెప్తాడు మనకి అప్పుడు అర్థమైపోద్ది అనమాట ఏ ఏ ఫిల్టర్స్ అప్లై చేయాలి అనేది. జనరల్గా నార్మల్ ఫిల్టర్స్ యూజ్ చేస్తాం మనం. అంటిల్ హీ టెల్ ఐ వాంట్ యాక్షన్ ఫిల్టర్స్. ఈ డోంట్ టెల్ యాక్షన్ ఫిల్టర్స్ యూజ్ చేయాలని చెప్పడు. ఈ కెన్ టెల్ హిజ్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్. నేను ఇక్కడ క్లిక్ చేసి ఈస్ట్ మీద క్లిక్ చేసినప్పుడు ఐ వాంట్ టు ఫిల్టర్ ద డేటా ఇన్ ద అదర్ షీట్స్ అంటాడు. అది నా రిక్వైర్మెంట్ అని చెప్తాడు. అప్పుడు మనం యాక్షన్ ఫిల్టర్స్ యూజ్ చేస్తాం. ఓకే.
ఓకే అండి, అర్థమైంది.
ఓకే, థ్యాంక్స్ ఫర్ దట్ క్వశ్చన్. ఓకే, so you can go through our class notes, like these class notes through వెళ్ళండి. క్లాస్ నోట్స్ ఇక్కడ ఇందులో మనకి యాక్షన్స్ ఉంటుంది. సో జస్ట్ గో టు ద బేసిక్ యాక్షన్స్కి వెళ్ళండి. టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ యాక్షన్స్ ఇక్కడ మనకి ఏమేమి ఉన్నాయని ప్లేస్ చేసిన యాక్షన్స్ వర్క్షీట్ లెవెల్లో ఉంటాయి, డాష్ బోర్డ్ లెవెల్స్లో ఉంటాయి, ప్రాక్టీస్ క్వశ్చన్స్ కూడా ఇక్కడ చెప్పకుండా కొన్ని ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. మరి ఇక్కడ ఫిల్టర్ యాక్షన్స్, రన్ యాక్షన్, ఇట్లా కొంచెం ట్రై చేసి ఇక్కడ మొత్తం డిస్ప్లే చేయడానికి. నెక్స్ట్ వి డిస్కస్ డేట్స్ ఆప్షన్. డేట్స్. సో డేట్స్లో వచ్చేటప్పటికి మనకి ఫంక్షన్స్ ఉంటాయి, డేట్ ఫంక్షన్స్ ఉంటాయి, వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఫంక్షన్స్ ఉంటాయి మనకి. సో మీకు టూల్ ఈజీ కావాలంటే నేను చెప్పింది ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. జస్ట్ డేట్లో మనకి ఫస్ట్ ఎన్ని ఫంక్షన్స్ ఉన్నాయి బట్టి పట్టండి. ఓకే, మీకు ఏ ఫంక్షన్స్ ఉన్నాయో తెలిసినప్పుడు, రిక్వైర్మెంట్ వచ్చినప్పుడు ఏ ఫంక్షన్ యూజ్ చేయాలో మీకు అర్థమైపోద్ది ఈజీగా. ఓకే, సో ఓకే, సో జస్ట్ గో టు, నేను జస్ట్ గోయింగ్ టు దిస్ ట్యాబ్లు. ఓకే, సో డేట్స్లో వచ్చేటప్పటికి బై డిఫాల్ట్గా మనకి ఆర్ఆర్ డేట్ తీసుకుంటాం మనకు. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఎనీ డేట్ ఫీల్డ్ we can see that as a with a calendar symbol. So sometimes these date fields will come as a string fields, like with the ABC symbol. Okay, so if you see any date field with this calendar symbol, and if you drag that date field into the row shelf, then only you will be seeing this hierarchy symbol here. By default, you can see for those date fields only I can see initially years, and then only after that you can drill down to the quarter level, month level, like that, by clicking on the plus symbol here. Okay, so if this date field is coming as a string format, then what will happen is when you drag this into the row shelf, what will happen is by default that string fields will show years, months, dates, as well as it will show all the things. How it will show how it is coming from the database as it is. Okay, so just before this I will tell you, I will just tell you briefly. So once you understand this small thing, this small dates topic, just to go through our dates video. In that I told you very clearly about each and everything, but I want to demonstrate here important things. Okay, so when you drag it, initially it will show only years only here, but you can just click on this drop down here, and few things are available here. You see month option is available here. Here also month option is available. So what will happen when you click on this month? This month means when you click on this month, it will show all the months like January, February. It will show all the months, but this month value is nothing but uh, all the years sales here. But when you click on this month, the format will be for each year. You see year here, month here. So it is nothing but you can see Jan year also 2020, February 2020. So along with year, you can see months also here. So that is the difference between this month option and this month option. Now let me check one of the option. Just click on this month option. You see now by default, you see January here. So this, for example, this January sales are nothing but all years January sales. All years January sales are 96,000. 2020 year, 21 year, 23 year, like that all year sales January. But when you go for this month here, so by default, when you convert this into that month, right, by default, it will be changed to green color, which is nothing but a measure, but you can convert this into a discrete to show the exact values here. So this month format, it will show January 2021 like this. Okay, so this is the thing you have to understand. And when you click on the exact date option, right, when you click on the exact date, it will show all the dates. For example, from the database itself, that is the year field is the date field is coming as year, month, day, and even if you have hours, minutes, seconds, right, it will, when you click on this exact option, it will show in this format how it is coming from the database. Okay, now I want to change this format here. I don't like this format, so here I can see full. Okay, instead of that, let me tell you directly. So you can do formatting in Tableau in two ways mainly. Okay, what are the two ways? Means directly go to the row shelf, click on the date field, just to go to the format option. Just click on the format option. So this is one option. Directly right click on the January here, click on the format option. So it is more famous in the Tableau. Like we can easily format anything in the Tableau. Which field you want to format, right? Directly go to that field and simply right click on that, right click there and click on the format. So when you click on that one, on the right side, I can see two things here, header and pane. So I'll tell you what is the meaning of pane here. So the remaining is header. Whatever the field you will use in the text here, that is nothing but a pane. So here the pane is nothing but sales here. And the remaining things, whatever you have in the column shelf, row shelf, like the filter shelf, those are nothing but headers. Okay. So if you have whatever you place, which field you place in the text, that is nothing but pane. So the remaining are headers here. So go to the header option, go to the dates option. Here you can see so many standard formats are there. You can select any one format here, but more frequently we can use custom option. Go to the custom option. Which format you want to, here you can write that format here. I want month, 3 letters, MMM. So when you write MMM here, see what is happened. So I can see 3 months, 3 letters only here I can see. Here I'm using MMM, 3 letters. You can see text here, Jan, 3 letters only you can see here. And now, now I can use hyphen here. If you use hyphen here, you can see hyphen also in the sheet. Now I can use YY here. So when you are using 2 Y's, I can see last 2 digits in the year here. If you use 4 digits, I can see 4 letters in the 4 letters for the year here in the sheet also. So what are the format you want, you can write that format here manually. If you want to see the day also, if you use 2 M's only, for example, if you use MM, that will be now 0102 like that. So if you want text, you can use 3 fields like you can use 3 M's. And I don't want to tell you about other things here. If you want to change the color from black to the red, right? Simply come to the font here, change it to like something red color here like that. So it is the changing for header only, not for the pane. If you want to change the color for the pane, go to pane option, change this to something like black, like green color like that. Or okay, sometimes if it is not changing here, right? You see, I'm telling you exactly what will happen in real time. So if you change the color to green here, but that is not reflecting here, then what I can do? Go to the cells particularly, go to the format option. Now change here to green, and we can make it bold, and we can increase this font to. So this formatting is not that much important with respect to interview point of time. That's why I'm just trying to but wherever time comes, I'm just telling you, just to make you familiar. You see, you can change like this. Okay, now we will see some filter options. The filters are very important, right? That's why let me tell you about the filters. Okay, in Tableau, it is very easy to filter the data. Okay, I want to apply some filters on the date, right? You can directly search for the date field in the on the left side pane here, data pane here, or you can go anywhere where you can see the order date. I go to row shelf, go to the filter here, simply click on the show filter option. Now you see what will happen is in the row shelf, whatever the format you are applying here, like not Jan, but month and year format, right? I can see that month and year format here directly. Okay, I want to show quarter and year filter. Okay, simple. Drag the date into the row shelf or column shelf first. It's a very simple technique to get the filter which format you want. Now go to this order date drop down here and click on the quarter and year option here first. Now if you want, we have two types of filters in the Tableau, or anywhere we have two types of filters: continuous filters and discrete filters. What is the meaning of discrete filter? Means discrete filter will show the values as it is, like it will show each and every value. That is nothing but discrete option. Continuous means we can select minimum value and maximum value. That is the meaning of continuous. For example, for sales, I can select minimum value 10, max value is 500. So continuous field means it will show a range of values. The filter will appear in the range here. Discrete means it will show each and every value. So now quarter is in the green color, right? That means it is a continuous filter. Something you see in the any field you can see something in the green color, that is nothing but a continuous filter. Something you see in the blue color, that is nothing but a discrete filter. Okay, I want to make this quarter filter as a discrete continuous filter. And so in that case, make it green. Just keep it green color only. Come to this and click on the show filter option. Now you see, I can see something here which is in quarter format and year format, which is appearing in the continuous filter, so that user can change the minimum value and maximum value here, and mid value and max values here. So when the user click on this button, right, he can see this calendar symbol also here. So from this calendar symbol, he can select the any value here. Okay. Now I want to show the quarters and years in a discrete format. So in that case, you can just simply convert this into a discrete option. Once it is converted to discrete option, simply click on the show filter option. Now you see the same filter now I can see in the discrete format here. So the user will see each and every value here. 2021 quarter 1, 2021 quarter 2, like that he can see each and every value in the filter. So these are the options. So we can apply these things, these filters in a different way also. Okay. Okay, let me duplicate this sheet first. So you can practice the sheet 42 as it is. Now remove all the filters from the filter shelf. Hope you are able to understand. Let me know when you are not able to understand, or if you feel heavy for today, or if you are feeling like anything, just tell me stop and we can continue tomorrow. Anytime you can do that, not a problem. Okay. Okay. In another way, how we can display the filters in Tableau. simply drag the order date into the filter shelf. When you click the order date into filter shelf, here also you can see those options. Continuous filter option, discrete filters option, you can see here. But here it will not display discrete or continuous directly. Here it will display like this. Range of dates. When you select range of dates, it is a continuous filter. And below this line, right? Below this line, whatever you select, those are a discrete filters. So in another way, if you select anything which is in the blue color here, those are nothing but discrete filters. And whatever you select here, which are in green color, right? Those are nothing but continuous filters. Okay, let me select a range of filters here. Just click range of filters means range of dates means it is a continuous filter. Just click on the next option. So here you can see range of dates, starting date, ending date, like that. So user want to change, it is like a normal measure filter. In the measure filters also we can see all these options, right? Range of dates, starting date, ending date, end option, special option, right? Like that. So when you click on the start date will, the user can change the starting date. Ending date will be automatically selected. It will show automatically maximum date that is available in the database. So I'm telling again, remember the options. All these are the real-time scenarios. Now I can go to range options. Click on the range options. Just click on OK. Now what is the meaning of relative dates option? Relative dates means we have seen something, right? When you drag the order date into filter shelf. So here we have seen this relative dates. That is nothing but this relative dates. Even you select this date or this date, you will be seeing that pop up there. Select this relative date option. Just click on the next option. Let's see what will happen in the real time. So that is nothing but by default, this option is selected here. This is very important option in the real time. Using this option, user can filter any data. He can select years, he can select quarters, he can select months, he can select weeks, he can select dates also here. Okay. Assume that I want to filter the data. Just click on OK for now. We'll see what will happen. So that is a continuous filter here. So remember, in the real time, they will be asking you one more thing to you, performance. They will tell you how to increase the performance of a dashboard. So there are so many techniques to improve the performance of the dashboard. One of the option is, you can tell in the interview is, instead of using discrete filters, we can use continuous filters. Continuous filters will always improve the performance comparing to the discrete filters. It is one of the option only to increase the performance. There are so many options are there. So I will be telling you when the particular topic comes, but you have to remember this one and just maintain your notes like that. I think we have that question also in our class notes, but let me show you that one. But you can make the notes also. So now it is appearing in a green color because it is a continuous filter. Now click on the show filter option. Now you see, whenever user click on, so you can drag this filter anywhere in the dashboard like this, anywhere in the sheet. So you see, now I can see filter here. Okay, you can drag this filter anywhere, wherever you want. Now when the user click on this button, you see, user can select the years option. Now when you click on the year option, now you can see that entire year here. By default, which is selected, this year is selected. This year means 2024 year is selected here. Now user want to previous year, right? You can click on the previous year option. When he click on the previous year, he can see previous year data here. You see, he can see previous year data. So you can click on the next year, you can click on the last 3 months, last 2 years, last 3 years, next 3 years, like that also. You can click on the year to date option also. Year to date means this year starting to till date. That is nothing but a YTD actually. This is nothing but a YTD. YTD means year starting date to till today. So you can do anything like that. So you can click on the last option. So you can see last 3 years. So we are in the years, right? When you click on the years and when you click on the last 3 years, it will show last 3 years of data here. No, like that. So when you click on the YTD option, you can see current year entire data till today only. till today he can see, but we are not showing the days here, right? That's why you don't see here, but it will filter the data till today. That is nothing but YTD. So very simple option. Now similar options are available for all the things. You can click on the quarters here. You can see same options here also. Quarter to date, this quarter, previous quarter, next quarter, last two quarters, next two quarters, like that. When you click on the months, you can see the same options here. Weeks also same options here you can see. When he click on the days option, he can see the same thing also. Today date, yesterday, tomorrow, last year, next year, sorry, last 3 days or last 90 days. He want to display last 90 days. So last date 90 days is nothing but last 3 months, right? Like that you can see. Okay, this is about this option. Even and again you can drag the same order date into the filter shell. Now you want to display only years only a filter. So you can simply click on the years option, go to next option. So here we have very important. So here we have again general option, condition option, and top option. So from this list you can select available years here. So one of the most important thing in the real time is so here we have multiple years are there, but I want to select only, I want to always display latest year. For example, user open this dashboard. What is the latest year available here? 2024, right? So for that, you just come to this option, filter to latest date value when workbook is opened. Just click on this option. Automatically, you see that value is selected here. Okay, now just click on apply. You see, just click on OK. So we have already applied the other filter also, right? Order date. Just remove that one earlier. Now you see the user will always see the latest year here. Now once you show this filter to the user, by default he can see the latest year is selected. Later he can select the other date, other years also. Okay, like that. So if you don't want to display that, so this is a very important option. They will be asking you in the interviews. If they are not asking you, right, then you can explain this option, like we have these options in the tab, and like that you can say. By default you can select all values here. Just click on OK, uncheck that option. Now by default all values are selected here. You can select the corresponding year what you want to display. Okay, so this is about discrete filters. And you see some, okay, I'm just navigating again this filter here. And if you want to display the month and year format, you can do this month and year format here. But if you want to display quarter and year format, right, quarter and year format is not here. In that case, what I told you, come here only and display this in the year and quarter format, then click on the show filter option. I told you initially that one. You can do that thing actually. And you can display month, day, year format, and you can display individual dates format. Individual dates means, for example, from the database itself, it is coming as a year, month, hours, minutes also, right? If you want to display all the things as it is in the filter, right, then you have to select individual dates option. Individual date means it will show the format, exact format, how it is coming from the database. That option, I think we have covered most of the things. One thing I will tell you, I go to year option here. Okay, let me convert this into years format. Just click on the years format. I can see years. Okay, my requirement is, so whenever you want to display the latest year, right, that is, you know that how to do that. So just click on the years, click on the next year. And when you click on this filter to latest work, filter when filter to this option, right, filter to latest date when workbook opens. So by default, this will show the latest year, but I want to show latest 2 years. In this case, I want to display last 2 years, 2023 and 2024. In this case, what we can do is click on the user option, go to top option here, and by field option, here you can see top option and bottom option. Select top option, top 2 here you can select, Based on the order date, I want to select latest to. No need to select a particular format here. Year format, month format, no need to select. You can have that format in the sheet, but here you have to select order date only. Okay, you should have that format in the sheet itself, but not in the field here, whatever you are selecting. Select order date here, select maximum here. So it will show maximum 2 years. That is nothing but when you select max here, what will happen is it will select latest 2 years. Just click on apply. Now you see, you can see latest 2 years. So if you want to give this option to the user, right? So this is a manual entry here. Create a parameter here. Use that parameter here. So okay, click on this dropdown, create a parameter, or you can use the existing parameters also. Okay. So lastly, I want to tell you one thing. I want to show latest 6 months. Latest 6 months. For that, what is the steps you have to follow is first have that format in the sheet. So to have that format in the sheet, select month year format here. Now I can see all the months by year wise. Now drag the order date into the, or you can see anything like press the control, or you can simply click on the, so you're having this format, right? So simply click on the drop down here. No need to drag into a filter shelf also. Just click on the filter option, drop down it and click on the filter option. By default, it will come to the filters option. Now also you can see general option, condition option, top option. Before going to condition and top option, I told you just click on the use all option. And under bottom also you can see this option, filter to latest date when workbook is opened. That means if you want to see latest month and year, right? So whatever the format you will be seeing in the sheet, that will be applicable here. When you click on this option, user can see always latest month and latest year. Always. If you go to next year, you can see the latest month and year in the next year. So, but my requirement here is I want to show last 6 months. For go to use all option, go to top option. So as I told you earlier, come to by field here, select here top 6, that is latest 6 months I want to show. In the field you can select order date here. So select maximum here. So as I told you, latest 6 months means have that format 6 month year format in the sheet only. But while selecting the date here, you can select order date only here. Okay, now just click on the OK. Now you can see latest 6 months here. Now automatically that is coming into the filter shelf here. Now here also you can convert this into continuous fields, discrete fields like that. Okay, now just show it as a filter. Click on the show filter. Now you see you'll be having that format here and make it multiple values drop down here. So remember in the real time, whenever you are applying top option, that is nothing but limit option. So you see that user also can see that limited top 6 by max of order date. We can see that option here. I think whenever you are applied those options, condition option, top option, you can see that here. So what will happen is from the selected years, for example, user is selecting some randomly some multiple months here. Okay. From the selected multiple randomly months, it will show top 6 months, latest 6 months it will display. Okay. This only the last thing I want to tell you. But one more thing, I'll just tell you, this is useful in the interview purpose and in the real time also sometimes. Okay. Okay. By default, year will be starting in which month? Year will be starting in January month and it will ending in the December month, right? So this is the normal format. But sometimes fiscal year means what? Fiscal year means financial year. So financial years always starts with April of the current year. For example, for the current fiscal year, what are the dates means? It has started in the April 2024. Okay, current fiscal year means April 2024 to March 2025. So this is the current fiscal year. So it will be starting in the April and it will be ending in the March here. So sometimes if you want to display those type of fiscal years in the Tableau, what we can do here is like this. You can go to a particular order date here, just drag the order date into row shelf and make it month wise. Just 2 minutes only will be finished. Make it discrete. And if you want to display that fiscal year and now drag the order date one more time also, you can drag the order date into row shelf to display your years. Okay, you can use the order date how many times you want to display in the row shelf and column shelf. You can drag that many times into the row shelf and column shelf. That is not a problem. In one thing you can display only years. In the other format you can display years and months like that. Now I want to change. Go to this order date drop down here. Go to default properties option. In the default properties option, you can make it comment. You can do color coding, default color coding. You can default shapes you can apply here. So what will happen means whatever the default properties you will apply here, that will be applicable automatically in the sheet. So wherever you drag this order date into the sheet, automatically these formats will be automatically applied into that sheet automatically. Okay. So go to default properties. You can do sorting also here. You can go to filter fiscal year option here, and you can select here April. You see when you select April here, now you see it will show fiscal year 2022 for example. So this is starting in the last year April and it is ending in the next year March. So this is applicable for this particular order date only. But in the real time, assume that I have so many date fields are there. Okay, I have so many date fields are there. For all those dates, automatically I want to apply this formatting. In that case, what you can do here is all these date fields are coming from this particular order date here, this particular data source, this particular data source here. So you can directly right click on the data source, go to default date properties. Now a window will be appear here. You can select week starting date. You can select default calendar as ISO week based or standard option. We haven't used this option, but we have used week starting date option. So by default, week start will be on Sunday. It will be ending on the Saturday. But you can change this to Monday or Tuesday, something like that, whatever you want. Sometimes for foreigners that they will say like Monday to Sunday. In that case, you can use this option by default. And you can use fiscal year start. You can change it from April here. And you can change the date format also by default. So these formats will be applicable for the entire data source. In this particular data source, I have 5 date fields, for example. For all those 5 date fields, these formats will be applicable. Okay, so this is the most important, just to remember only. If someone is asking you, this is, but you can, if you want to apply for field, by field, if you want to apply, you can come to that particular field drop down and change to default properties. And you can make it default data source only like this. Okay, so this is how, these are the most important options we will be seeing for these dates. Okay, what we have achieved till now for date filters, right? I can achieve all those things using some calculations also. I am just introducing you. I won't tell you here. Just to go to create calculation option. Okay, very simple things. I just introduce you only. I'll just leave it. Okay? You can go through that if you want. So we have date add function, date difference function. We have all these options. So using these options, we can achieve so many things. Just to introduce, I want only 2024 year I want to display. So what I will do here is, from we have order date here, I want to make it 2024. So this will display only 2024 year. But you see what is happened on the right side, it is an integer, right? But on the left side also you want to make it integer. So from the date fields, first I want to extract the year part. Okay, so on the left side, this R date contains all the years 21, 22, 23 like that. But on the left side, what we are doing, right side, I want only 2024 only. So you can write like this, or you can use in function also here. In 2023 or 2024 like that also you can use multiple dates also you can use here. So it is a true false calculation. Simply drag that calculation 18 into the filter shelf and you can select true here. Like that we can achieve all the things whatever you have discussed till now. You can achieve the same things with the help of calculation fields also. So I don't want to tell you about that one. Maybe we can discuss after discussing all the things. So meanwhile, I recommend you go through our videos. Once you are perfect with this class, right? సో మీరు ఒకసారి క్లాస్లో అన్ని డిస్కస్ మీరంతా గుర్తుపెట్టుకున్న తర్వాతనే వెళ్ళండి. ఎందుకంటే క్యాలిక్యులేషన్స్ మీరు చెప్పినా చెప్పకపోయినా ఒకసారి దట్ ఈస్ ఫైన్ ఇన్ ద రియల్ టైం, బట్ యూ షుడ్ బి అవేర్ ఆఫ్ అట్లీస్ట్ ఆప్షన్స్. సో మీకు ఇప్పుడు చెప్పిన ఆప్షన్స్ అన్ని గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. ఫస్ట్ యాక్షన్స్ ఇది గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, నెక్స్ట్ డే ప్రాక్టీస్కి వెళ్ళండి. ఓకే, ఎనీవన్ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ క్వశ్చన్? Okay. Okay. Yeah, got it. Thanks everyone. We'll meet tomorrow. If you have any question, just ping me in the WhatsApp.
ఓకే అండి, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Yeah.